This may be one of our favorite hidey holes here at the Proving Grounds. And the reason's pretty obvious. We've had some great hunts out of here. I remember years ago, 2015 or something like that, I was hunting with Grant right out of this tree right here. And it was early November, and a nice buck stepped out, fed across the backside, and then stepped right into our shooting lane, and Grant just smoked him. A few years later, I was hunting out of here. Nice buck came up, fed down on the bottom side, and then walked in 20 yards from that tree stand. That was just a thrilling hunt. And on top of that, we have had multiple encounters with shooter bucks. Big sow, big old Ozark mountain buck, came out of here pushing a doe one time, came in to right around 30 yards, 31, 32 yards, but it was just over that 30-yard limit that Grant and I have set on ourselves for shooting whitetails with a bow. It was just outside that bubble and snuck back in through there chasing that doe. Then we had one called Potential, did the same thing, came out, fed out here, stayed about 32 yards. Now, I mean, this spot has just been a hot spot over the years. And the reason is we have hardwood timber all around us, and then this little hidey hole up on top of this ridge. And what we've done over the years, if we've made it even better, is just over the slope here, we've got a great bedding area where we felled eastern red cedars with the steel and let them lay, burned, and it's on that south facing slope, and it's like 75 yards from the cover. So bucks, a lot of times, what we've learned is they'll come up out of there, but they will circle kind of downwind of this plot and get on the bottom side, and then they seem to work up this way. And the reason is they're working those thermals. This terrain just starts dropping just a little bit. Here's the high spot up here, but it just gently starts falling. And as it starts falling, especially in the afternoons and early morning when we've had a lot of these encounters, those bucks can work those thermals coming up into the plot to feed or to scent check something. If that wind's blowing, back from that cover area, they can work back up in here, grab a bite, and then dive off this ridge. So it makes sense why a lot of activity here is kind of on this low side and then kind of cuts up, right along the top of the ridge. We don't seem to see as much buck activity up here on top. Now, they're definitely going up here, but they definitely work the thermals. And so to enhance this spot, it's obviously a great spot, but to give us more days of hunting, what we're going to do is we pulled that stand that was in that tree, it's a great stand, tagged several bucks out of it, but we knew we were probably busting or alerting deer while we were hunting, deer that we didn't even know were there, because our thermals start dropping down this north slope, which especially early season, even though there's been a lot of activity here on our cameras during the early season, we get those warmer days, sun starts falling, we're hunting mostly afternoons, early season, those thermals go right down that north slope where bucks are likely bedded. And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna come up here just a little bit, and we're gonna take out some of these cedars on the backside, and we're gonna put a redneck blind. And that redneck is gonna allow us to keep those windows closed, so when those thermals do start dropping, our scent's not falling down. We can seal that up real well in the redneck, keep our scent inside. It's really key not to alert deer, especially mature bucks. And this is a spot that mature bucks, year after year after year, seem to come through. Those bucks, over time, if we're alerting them, they'll learn to avoid this area. So we don't want our scent alerting deer. We're gonna put a redneck in here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna come on the back side of this and trim out where we can get that Freedom trailer in here, and we're gonna trim out the back side, and we'll leave a layer of trees right here, and that way we can hold our scent in. But also what that's gonna allow us to do is we're gonna be, that big tree in that stand sat about 10 yards back in the timber, and we lost several yards. Think of Big Sal that came in at 31, 32 yards, and potential that was like right at 31 yards. I remember Grant saying, man, he was right at 31, but I held to that 30-yard, you know, that we committed to. Well, gaining 5 or 6 yards coming off that tree and getting the blind up closer to plot is going to gain us a few more yards. That's going to put deer like Big Sal and potential in that kill bubble. And what we really want to think out here is we're not just going to throw the blind up. We don't want to just put it right here on the edge. We want to still keep a little screen and a little cover layer between us and the blind, just to give us a little buffer, so when deer are actually looking up, we drop something and they happen to look up, they're having to look up through some cedar limbs, and we're back in the back of that blind, and we got just a little bit of cover. So that's what we're gonna do today. And we have several shooter bucks coming in here almost every night, head down, feeding on this green cover food plot. And so we're really excited about fall, and fall's gonna be here really quickly. So we're gonna get to work, get the blind in here about 2 months before season starts, so those mature bucks can get used to that blind sitting there. Deer are not like turkeys. You don't just throw a blind up, or you know, even a ghillie blind, soft-sided blind, and think, hey, I can throw it up here because there's deer here, we'll start hunting it. You gotta let deer get used to it and accustomed to it, especially if you're bow hunting. Rifle hunting, firearm hunting, you can move the blind and, you know, 100 yards, 150 yards, deer probably aren't gonna matter. You could move it in the morning, go hunting that afternoon with a firearm. But with a bow, to get especially mature bucks comfortable traveling within that 30-yard, 20-yard range of a blind, you need to give them a little time to get accustomed to that and realize, hey, there's nothing wrong here. We can walk by that. So those 2 big bucks that are feeding in here all the time, they'll get used to that, and hopefully come fall, we can show some great hunts out of here based on this new hunting strategy, new and improved, and we can maybe get a couple bucks on the ground again here at the High Top Hidey Hole.
Growing Deer is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Also by Green Cover Food Plots, Winchester, PH Outdoors, Steel, Morel Targets, Fourth Arrow, Soil Pro Outdoors, Scorpion Venom Archery, Case IH Tractors, Burris Optics, and Redneck Hunting Blinds.
Well, all right, we got the Freedom trailer in here. Redneck's positioned where I like it. You know, I've went through where am I going to be drawing, moving through the blind, where my windows are positioned, and I like it. It's level. Used my phone, the bubble showed level, so we're good. It feels good sitting down. If anything, you can lean back just a hair just to kind of make it a little comfortable, which with this trailer and the jacks makes it really easy. You can get exactly how you want it. This thing tucked up really nice in this little pocket. We'll show you a view from outside, but man, the view looks great in here. Can't wait to be climbing in this Redneck come fall. You know, this all ties into previous hunts, what we've learned, our observations through the years, our entry, our exit, how we hunt it, which wind directions. We're going to be able to enhance that more. Trying not to alert deer, but where we position this hidey hole close to cover. You know, deer don't have to move very far, so we have daylight encounters, deer going to and from cover in between, you know, to food. And this is just a tried and true location that we're making even better by putting a blind to help hold our scent, so we can get away with maybe those marginal days or that last light where those thermals are pulling down and we aren't alerting those deer. So this location can be hunted year after year after year, and we can just continue to enjoy the benefits of this hidey hole and the design with the habitat. So, hey, I hope you're able to get out this week, enjoy creation, get out there, do some habitat work, prepare for fall. But no matter what you do, I hope you slow down, listen to the Creator and the purpose He has for your life. Thanks for watching Growing Deer.